Alright everyone, sit down and let me tell you the classic Christmas tale of who you need to call. Shut up, Santa! You ruined my setup! You aren't Christmas! There's 4 men who are Christmas! Ghostbusters!
Who you gonna call?
Oh, of course the Ghostbusters are Christmas. I don't see how you could not think that. There's that clip of them in Santa hats from Ghostbusters 2, and then there's this episode of the cartoon, Xmas Marks the Spot. See, they're as Christmas as PKA meters. I mean presents. For those unfamiliar, the real Ghostbusters was the cartoon continuation of the Ghostbusters story after the first movie ended, and it's actually what named this guy Slimer, as before this, he was just known as Onion Head. As I do plan to go over this series in depth later on, I'll just say for now, there were slight tweaks to the designs of the Ghostbusters, but they still embodied their characters. And it was really well done. At first! So how do the Ghostbusters celebrate Christmas? Well, bustin' is what makes them feel good. And wait, Christmas ghosts? They wouldn't bust the ghosts of Christmas, would they?
Young says no!
Yeah, we've heard it before. No!
Awesome! That's right, this piece of awesome has the ghosts of Christmas getting busted. I guarantee you, no other version of A Christmas Carol is gonna bring you that. So how did the Ghostbusters get here? Well, let's take it from the end. Take it from the top, asshole! Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too! Our story starts with the Ghostbusters coming from doing their usual good job at paranormal extraction. Except for Fat Fuck Ray, who always screws everything up!
I still say it wasn't my fault. I told her to keep the cat out of my way. I mean, it's not like the fur won't grow back or anything.
You blasting this cat in particular somehow offends me more than usual. Come on, Pete. We can have some roasted cat over an open fire. So with the weather getting pretty bad, one of the usual traffic accidents occurs. Driving into a time warp. You can tell they drove through a time warp because snow is no longer affected by camera pans. That's a usual time thing. Look it up. Don't really. Ecto-1 also decides to give the Ghostbusters a merry fuckmas and stops working, so they gotta go get help, which naturally means bring your proton pack so you got extra weight to carry in the heavy snow. Well, to be fair, if I had a proton pack, I'd take it around with me everywhere. And besides, you never know when a snow ghost will show up. Snowbusters!
Hey, over here! I found civilization!
It's almost like something out of Victorian England.
So yeah, it wasn't just a time warp, it was a time and space warp. This seems awfully specific. Someone must have set this up. I wonder who. Set up a time and space warp! You really screwed us over, turtles. Boys, it's time to do some turtle busting.
Oh, sweet beauty!
Shell shock!
Is it ready? Ah, here now, Bob Cratchit. Have I ever let you down before? Oh, it's a fine bird, truly fine.
What the hell is that? A pigeon? So Cratchit and his family are gonna fucking die from flying rat meat? You know what? That's not even big enough to be a fully grown pigeon. This guy fucking killed a baby pigeon just so he could give Bob Cratchit the smallest fucking bird possible. You know what? You're the real Scrooge of this story, buddy. And that's quite an accomplishment for a story with Scrooge already in it.
It's a wonderful duck, Father. This will be our best Christmas ever.
Starving to death for Christmas, it's what I always wanted. And we never see them again after this scene, so yeah, they fucking starve to death. Merry Christmas!
Have you ever seen anyone with as much joy of living as Tiny Tim?
And it's my joy to rob him of that joy. Life Buster! I'm the biggest asshole in the universe.
Makes you wish his father didn't have to work for that miserable old miser, Mr. Scrooge.
Wow, I do think that's the worst case of the pot calling the kettle black I've ever heard. Ass! And after meeting Mr. Pure Hate, we get back to the moment of pure awesome as the Ghostbusters do some house busting, and apparently the ghosts of Christmas got really impatient this time around, and not only did Jacob Marley just leave, but all the ghosts decide to show up at the same time.
Do something!
You think nobody's ever heard of the word please?
Ha, I love you, Venkman. And only the Ghostbusters can add a cherry to the top of the awesome Sunday of busting the ghosts of Christmas.
You have my eternal, unwavering gratitude. What you've done here tonight
Will cost you some pretty big bucks if you'd like to write out a check.
Scrooge, of course, being Scrooge, isn't quite happy with this, and I really do like the way they worked in some of the lines from A Christmas Carol here.
I can't even be sure those were real ghosts. They could have been tricks, or something I ate. An undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave to those ghosts.
We're talking money and he's talking lunch. I'd say we were at an impasse, wouldn't you?
Right. Okay, Egon, let him loose.
Naturally, Scrooge still tries to cheap his way out, but Ray, of course being Ray, notices the coin's age.
You've got to be kidding. Do you know how much our services cost?
Wow, look at this, Peter. It's 1837 in mint condition.
Ray would collect coins, what a dork. Fuck! And while I'm sure that coin would be worth some extra cash, I'm not quite sure it'd be up to the usual Ghostbusters bill.
For the entrapment, we're going to have to ask you for 4 big ones, $4,000 for that. But we are having a special this week on proton charging and storage of the beast, and that's only going to come to $1,000, fortunately.
Blast 'em!
On second thought, this'll do.
Really, Peter? You let fat fuck Ray talk you into this? He's still stiffing you. This is almost as bad as when you busted the boogeyman for piggy bank change just because they were kids. You guys have lost the Ghostbusters spirit. What happened to you? It used to be all about the money.
From this day forward, it's war. Christmas. Bah, humbug!
And since the one crazy old coot the Ghostbusters talked to didn't have a phone, well, I guess no one would, so it's back to Ecto 1.
Might as well try her one more time. Maybe this time it'll catch.
Yeah, now it's been sitting out in the cold not running. That'll make it start easier. Oh.
I just keep thinking there's something very familiar about what happened. As if it's all happened before.
Yeah, I kinda thought A Christmas Carol was a fictional story, not a historical document. I mean, I know Ghostbusters actually happened, but I didn't think A Christmas Carol did.
Egon, you go load up the ghosts. We're gonna get the Christmas tree.
A tree for Christmas? Bah!
Nah! Ha,
But I thought you liked Christmas. How very odd.
So yes, the Ghostbusters learn upon returning to the present that they have killed Christmas!
A Christmas Humbug by Ebenezer Scrooge.
How could we help Scrooge? Unless we went back in time. Oh boy.
Doodly doobity doop doop doop. And that's the story of how the Ghostbusters killed Christmas, which is why we don't celebrate it anymore. Oh, fine, let's see how they fix their fuck up. And you know, I like that Scrooge was powerful enough to kill the holiday worldwide. Must have been the massive popularity of his book. So, in the regular timeline, did Scrooge write A Christmas Carol? Perhaps under the pen name Charles Dickens, because he learned humility?
Then those ghosts we trapped, they must have been the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
Well, everyone knows that story. In 1837, Scrooge defeated the 3 Christmas ghosts all by himself.
And strangely enough, this landed him a book deal and not a trip to the asylum.
And by changing the past,
we changed how snow works.
Egon's about to dump those ghosts in the containment unit.
once they're inside, we'll never get them out. Those 3 ghosts, Egon, are they?
Of course, I just finished now.
We just killed Christmas, Egon. Christmas is gone. Forever.
Ha ha! That's old now. Of course. Scrooge's anti-Christmas message must have even resonated with the afterlife, as even stupid Slimer hates it now. Which means he's gonna be even more useless than usual, as instead of sending Slimer in to get the ghost back for them, Egon has to risk altering his molecular structure to that of a ghost so he can go find them. Yes, he can do that. He's Egon, damn it. But since Janine hates Christmas now, the only reason she'll help is she wants an Egon's pants. But then again, who doesn't? Then again, who doesn't? Damn it.
Christmas.
Bah humbug!
Christmas.
Humbug!
Fascinating.
And if you're not back in 1 hour?
Then I'll be trapped inside permanently.
Oh,
Yeah, it's almost like you could go in instead, you stupid sack of shit. Oh, and of course if Egon dies or something, they've got a backup plan.
Who do you think you are?
Hey, Jack, I'm Peter. I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Well, you do look a lot like that guy who was just here a little bit earlier, but I suppose if you've got some flashlights and shit, I'll believe it. Sure do. Holy shit, you're a ghost, just like that boy I seen with the lantern earlier.
Scrooge, baby, we're gonna do our version of This Is Your Life. And don't touch the magic window, we'll fall. Here, what do you see now?
Why, it's the school I attended.
Where did the Ghostbusters get a viewfinder slide of random shots from Scrooge's life? Maybe as part of his book deal. Yeah, the viewfinder was my favorite toy from the 1800s.
Wish me luck.
Yes, get sucked in, Slimer! Oh, damn it.
Now hang on. We're gonna fly even higher this time.
It is a legend no one will forget.
And now for what I think is one of the best exchanges of the episode.
Now, what have you learned?
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. Was I supposed to be learning something?
Yeah, you were supposed to learn to be careful what ghosts you bust, or you might end up running around in drag pushing an old coot in a wheelchair showing him a viewfinder. Hate when that happens. Oh, you get out of here, Samoween. You're Halloween, not Christmas.
I am Halloween.
I can be Christmas too. I think your power's a bit lacking this time of the year.
What makes you say that?
Well, just call it a hunch. You know, guys, I don't think suspending me from a rope with Scrooge under a single arm was a great idea. Why, Winston? Well, that should work, right? Alright, the fake ghost plan isn't going that bad, but still not very well, cause now it's Ray's turn, and,
I'm definitely the fat one, I know that.
So luckily, Egon gets the real ghost.
Please, inside. It's faster.
How? Shut up, just do it. I just like fucking with them back in the containment unit.
I got them. I got them.
I ran here, I guess, and now time for another piece of awesome.
You will be visited this night by 3 spirits. 3 more? The first will come at 1, the second at 2, the third will come whenever.
Yeah, and this time we won't fuck it up, which the ghosts were too last time since they all showed up early and at the same time, idiots.
Question is, did it work? Is Christmas back?
Hey, pinhead, bah humbug! Bah humbug! Okay, I'll give you Christmas cookies.
Just fine.
Yeah, though having to bust that ghost with the crutch was kind of depressing. Who cares? And that's the story of how the Ghostbusters killed Christmas, then fixed it. It's a fun episode, and it really was an awesome way to combine the Ghostbusters with Christmas, and I love them having to go through all these shenanigans just to fix their own mistake.
You know, it's funny. I always thought all that was just a story. Makes you wonder what else might be real.
On Dancer! On Prancer! On Donner! On Blitzen!
I knew it! Santa is real! Ho ho ho, that's right! You'd think me being in the beginning of this video might have been a clue too! Ho ho ho! A real ghost, that is! What?! Merry Christmas! Oh, I'm just joking. I'm not really gonna kill the Christmas spirit. Santa? Oh, shit.